Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem.
This is your man, Ronnie Ron. Hakeem, what's happening? What is going on today?
What's cracking, my G? You know we back at it like asthmatic.
Yes, man. It's raining out here, man. Like it's about to be a hurricane over here in South Florida.
Hey, man, you know, it's that Florida weather. You never know what you're going to get.
That's true, man.
What you're going to get, man.
That's true. One day it's sunny, one day it's wet, and one day it's cold. Welcome to Miami,
Basically.
Since Sun City.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, man, I had to hit you up today, man. This time I had to hit you up, man, because there's so much we got to talk about, man. Especially with this the track runner called, is it Shacarri Richardson?
Yeah, Shacarri Richardson, the track runner.
Yeah, man. I just heard, man, she's not able to go to the Olympics, man. It's like it's trending right now online. People was talking about it. A lot of people disappointed. I heard a lot of people disappointed at the Olympics. It's like so many controversy when it comes to that. So I just want to know your intake on that because, you know, I had mixed feelings about it as well.
So, you know, for me, you know, they did the same thing to Michael Phelps. I don't know if you remember that because
I remember that with Michael Phelps. But the thing with Michael Phelps, he already got qualified. She already got disqualified.
Yeah.
Before it even begun.
We live in a two-country state when it comes to people of race. So it's something you just gotta expect. You know, when you a black person in America, you gotta walk a thin line because they're gonna do anything to try to discredit you. You know what I mean? As far as that. But the thing about it is, you know what I mean, the laws are the laws. So, you know what I mean? She already proved she the fastest. When I found out she was smoking weed, I just say she's gangster. I say, you know what I mean? She ain't no typical person from the hood. Yeah,
but she did admit that she was wrong for doing that. But however, her excuse was that her mom recently just died, so she was kind of using it as the weed as for depression mechanism for her to like ease off her pain, the way she was feeling, stuff like that. But still, the organization, the Olympics, still say no.
Yeah, I know she suffered some loss in her, but you know, she from the hood. You see all the tattoos on her neck. You know what I mean? A lot of people smoke weed. I think that I can understand why there's a restriction for having, you know what I mean, people not be on narcotics while they performing. It's a safety issue. But for the most part is the scrutiny that she's getting. Maybe I don't agree with because they didn't scrutinize Michael Phelps, and you know what I mean for the same thing, and he was blowing hella weed, hella bud.
Right.
You know
so you feel like it's so you think it's a form of racism in that aspect?
No, I don't. It could be if you want to call it that. I just think that it's racism the way they're covering it. I don't think, you know what I mean. I always say this. Here's what I always say this. The Olympics wasn't built by black people. So if any judgment falls down, black people can't get mad because it wasn't built by us. Now, if this was a sporting game that was built by us, funded by us, judged by us, then we would have been a little bit more lenient. We would have never even you wouldn't even know she smoked it. You feel me?
Right. But the Olympics not built by the U.S. either. It's all different countries coming together. So there's the UN all over the world, Canada. You know, you got France, Switzerland, all of those come together as
you're
one.
talking about Eurocentric white countries. You know what I mean?
Right. Japan, you know China. Japan. So it's not just the United States because people are like, oh, United States could just be lenient on her, but it's just not the United States, the one that's doing it. It's really other culture. Not only that, but they say if she would have went overseas, she probably would have ended up in jail. So for that reason, I'm kind of glad that happened because you don't want to see something unfortunate. Because remember, when you're dealing with Tokyo, Japan, remember that's not U.S. soil. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother country with a whole nother rules and a whole nother law and jurisdiction. So it's very risky. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
but I own up to her fault, which I respect her. I commend her for that, for owning up on her fault.
Yeah. For she says she's human, but another thing is too though. I don't think like it's not that serious. You feel what I'm saying?
No, but rules are rules. To me, rules are rules. Because if you start bending the rules now, they're gonna bend the rules for everything else.
No, definitely. You know, we don't want it to. We want it to be fair and square. We want it to be more strict than ever. I'm asking. This is a white boy's business. I can't really judge or say anything about it. I have no opinion about it. I have no dog in this fight. there's no grounds I could speak on. You know what I mean? It just goes for anything else. I'm not gonna go to Chipotle and ask them to put sauce pot in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I don't own the business. It's owned by some white boys. I need to go and get what I can get and respect the rules as I walk in there. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. But I understand why they're doing it, because they just want to uphold the rules, because they know if they go linear on her, they have to do it for everybody else.
You know, the funny thing is, due to the fact that they sparked the whole weed thing, you know, she's LBGTQ. You know that she's one of the
I realized that too.
Yeah,
she's part of that community. Yeah,
she's part of that community. You know what I mean? And, you know, we're not gonna speak too much about that, or they'll cancel the podcast. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, they're a big community. Yeah. So we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, she is sponsored by that community. But that's still no. They say no. It don't have nothing to do with that either. It's just because she failed the drug test.
Yeah, definitely. It was just ironic how once the drug testing came out, they mentioned that she was a part of that community. I didn't even know about it.
Me either.
You know,
I just read that today. Yeah, I just read that today.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, what her sexuality has to do with her blowing a pack of bud. Like, you know what I mean? Her blowing some ganja. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. Like, if it was our Olympics, the Black Olympics, you know what I mean? She could have been able to smoke hella weed. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I probably would have been out there smoking with her, like, past that shit.
But I want to know why they say it's a safety hazard. Because it's not like, she's not smoking like heavy tree. So I want to know like why they say it's a safety hazard, huh?
Imagine this: you're under the influence, or you have something in your system. You get into an accident. Now you could sue the company for saying that you didn't provide the most safety measure, but then they could say, "Hey, you didn't take the most safety measure too. You have this in your system, so everything else is disqualified." Like it's the same thing for this. My mother recently told me that her insurance say, if she gets sick with COVID, they're not going to cover it due to the fact that they're offering vaccines.
You know, the funny thing is, I knew that was going to happen. I was telling somebody that. Yeah. I was telling somebody that they're not going to admit people to the hospital because like, they have the right vaccine provided for you.
Yeah, basically. So it's like a catch-22, meaning that, you know what I mean? I know that's an off-the-wall example, but it's just in the sense of if you was to drink liquor, you go on the job and you fuck up a pallet jack and hit a bitch, that means you could sue them. But then they could sue you for not taking the safety measure. Then you had liquor.
True.
I got my drink in my cup.
Yeah. No, but you know, some jobs they're allowing people to go to work high. Some jobs are allowing people to go to work high.
They'll be stupid because a lot of people don't know how to handle their weed.
Good point.
You know what I mean? I tell you, for an example, if it was my business, you couldn't come in here and smoke bud.
No, you can't. I would say, you see how you set rules and regulations? So it's the same thing with her. Same thing.
Basically. You know what I mean? That's what I say, but she took example in that and said, oh, I'm human. And that's the best thing about that, being able to take accountability and not blaming it on the race thing. No, you blew some sack.
Mm-hmm.
You blew some sack. That's what you did. You blew some sack. You lit. You from Dallas. You don't care. You know how to throw hands. And you know how to run like a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All that other shit is goofy.
And and not only that, she was on today's show, and she also stated that she takes full responsibility for her action, stating, "I know what I did. I know what I'm supposed to do." So she knew what she was supposed to do, and she knew she was not supposed to take drugs.
Yeah,
she said, "Don't judge her because she's human." To me, that's no excuse, because you knew not to smoke weed before you have to get ready to compete. For the final trial.
You see, the issue is too sometimes, and I can say this, when you're dealing with black folks feel like they're out of the scope of laws and rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you ain't supposed to be doing drugs before an Olympic run. Like,
exactly. You know they're gonna keep an eye on you, even especially like you said, that they look at you as the highest, so they know they're gonna keep an eye on you and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Like, mind you, this was the greatest opportunity of her lifetime. She come from
years old. Yeah.
You know, you come from poverty. You know what I'm saying?
And I was rooting for her too. I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for her because she's 21 years old. You know, she's something different. She ran 100 million dads.
100 million dads. When really, when we look at her, we want her to be in the strip club, taking off those panties. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No disrespect, but she do look like a stripper. But
Yeah, she do look like a stripper.
Change that image to something positive. But then now they changing her image to something negative.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm asking, it ain't no different from a lot of people we know who had opportunities and squandered them. You know what I mean? The ideology of a nigger is to self-destruct. You feel what I'm trying to say? Right. Most black people self-destruct and fondle and foil their own opportunity. It's just, we've seen that for many, many years. Doesn't matter who it is. You know what I mean? So it's just being able to keep your eye on the prize about that. Right. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. If my nephew was in the Olympics, like, that's when you're supposed to have your foot on somebody's neck. But the problem is, another thing too, when somebody's in a better position than you, the friends and family are scared to tell them what to do because, they're the meal ticket. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, that day she was about to smoke weed, if her coach or her dad was there, her dad would have been like, hey, is you stupid? Like,
yeah, her parents wasn't there.
Yeah, what you mean you about to smoke? Nah, man, you better not do that. You a check. You could have been on a Wheaties box. Now they know you a black girl that's a drug obsession.
But with her, I gotta give her respect. She do have a lot of fans all around the world. It's telling the organization to make her compete, but they still stand the final answer and saying no. But like you say, they also using the contrast with Michael Phelps because they say he got caught. Y'all still letting him swim and this and that. So a lot of people having mixed feelings, mixed emotion, and
they're not supposed to have mixed feelings. We don't own the Olympics. People get out your feelings. If you got a problem with it, create an Olympics and build it in Africa. Then I'll talk. Other than that, don't get mad at these white folks for their illustrious stuff. They gave you an opportunity to go do there. I keep telling y'all, go do for self.
Yeah, facts.
And her ass ain't supposed to be saying, oh, I'm human. No, dummy. You had your grandma and them. You were supposed to get a big ass check.
Yeah.
You was using,
and endorsements. Yep.
Yeah. She was supposed to make sure she take her grandmama out the hood. Oh, I'm human. No, now you're known as the black girl that smoked weed. The black girl that looked like a stripper and smoked weed. The black girl from Dallas, Texas that looked like a stripper and smoked weed. The black girl from Dallas, Texas with light, colorful hair that looked like a stripper with long nails that smoked weed. You know what I mean?
Right. I kind of give black people a bad image too. I was thinking about it too. I was like, kind of give black people a bad image because they be like, oh, black people are just druggies. They just want to smoke weed when they get an opportunity. They immediately destroy it by doing something stupid. So, but I do respect her because she did admit her fault, which is greatly commended for that. So I would say I hopefully put her and us in a positive light, but I know it's gonna put us in a negative light. Like, look, you give black people an opportunity, look, they're gonna mess it up.
Man, it's just I just know if there was so much riding on this, I wouldn't have just fumbled the ball because I know how important it is. Me coming from poverty. Every opportunity you got to be very serious about it.
So what do you think? Should you let her run?
I'm asking if this was my organization, I would have let her smoke the weed before she got on the train.
Boy, you're gonna be a bad commissioner in the organization of the Olympics. They were like, man, we got to get this guy Hakeem out of here.
Listen. The only thing I agree on, we're gods when it comes to physicality. We'll do anything that, anything that we can do, even under the influence. Same thing with Mexico. You feel me?
Right.
Mexicans are God. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like when I say that. I've seen a Mexican guy drink a 6-pack and then go build a whole house and not miss not one nail.
Dude, that's a legend. Whoever you met, that was a legend right there.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Man. Same thing with, with black dudes who will smoke a pound of weed and get back down there and work. But you know what I mean? But a lot of that stuff is subjective. So we have to understand the position that we're in when we're engaging in these type of activities amongst white folk. White folks are going to hold black people to the highest regards because they run the show. This is their game board. You feel me? You should be great. Like they allow you to come here. You know what I mean? They allow you to play in the games where they use you up and give you endorsement deals and stuff like that. So, like, I personally would let her run. What about you?
Yeah, I'll let her run. I want to suspend her for 30 days. I just suspend her for like 10 days. because the Olympics is about to start. You just spend her for 30 days. She won't run because the Olympics starts on July 24th, I think. So she's suspended to 30 days. So the next time she'll be eligible to start running is on July 29th, and it'll be too late.
Yeah. So
I'll just give her the 10-day suspension. Let her redo the test, and then if she passed, let her run. I think they might go that route because they see she have a lot of fans and supporters, and now that she admit her fault and her mistakes. Most organizations like that, when you own up to your BS, they show you like you noble, you got integrity, you know what you did is wrong, and you want to do better. Not only that, but she also got an endorsement with Nike. Nike actually looking at her. She had not looking at her, but she actually got an endorsement with Nike since 2019. So, Nike ain't gonna play that. So, they behind her. They're gonna fight for her 110%. Because, it brings their brand up. Hey, let's do it. And she's perfect because she's running a 100-meter dash. So that's just incredible. She's just an incredible woman. To me, she's a goddess. She made a mistake. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's perfect. I understand rules are rules. I would say I won't give her 30. I'll just give her the 10 days and let her run again.
No.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
But with this organization, they're gonna be like, hell no. Give me the 30 days, and they say better luck next time.
I'm asking you just talking about that organization. Every organization is very harsh with black people. Look at the dude, what's that boy name in the football thing? Who they kind of like they kicked him out the league for domestic violence, but there was the white dude from out of Seattle. He beat up his black girlfriend, and he ain't never.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I forgot his name as well. Yes.
Yeah, like they're very harsh, and I keep telling folks, build your own organization, man. Leave these white folks alone. Let them enjoy their fun. We're only bucks. We're only bucks when we're around them. We're just play to it.
Yep. So that being said, KI Culture Radio.
We out.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.